Okay, for some of you that are struggling, I'm going to do a full walkthrough of doing your tax calculations, okay, exactly from this point. So it'll be reasonably long, so remember you can pause the video, go back and play it again, and there's no excuse. You should be able to complete this if you pay attention to the instructions here. So the first thing, you open up your calculator, the template. You will need to do file and make a copy, okay? Otherwise, the figures, you won't be able to edit this as it's read only. So you're going to make a copy, you can give it a name there, click OK. So this new one's opening here, and then I'm going to close the older one there. Okay, so that's loaded up. Okay, so you should have prepared from your destination plan two jobs. Okay, this is not accurate at all. It serves a purpose. The two jobs, and you place the starting salaries in these parts here. Okay, you should fill this part out here. Okay, which is 11,850, which is the basic personal allowance for the current tax year. The figures that you need are in this link here, so you click on that and open. That'll pop up in that link ready for you to use shortly. Okay, so let me delete some of this other stuff out so we can work through and do this. Okay, so these bits at the top here are calculated lower down, and then they're copied and pasted into this top part. So I'm just going to go down and sort of ignore that first of all. Okay, so national insurance is calculated, if you've watched the video, by using the gross weekly income. Okay, so that's your annual salary. So there's 52 weeks in a year. So you type equals in the cell, click or type the name of the cell there. So it's B5 divided by, I'm computing, that's /, okay, 52 weeks of the year. So that gives us 6,115.38. Okay, so that is the weekly income. So under £162 a week, you don't pay any national insurance on. Okay, so that's always naught. So now you're going to pay 12% between these two values. Okay, so we need to take £162 off this before we work out 12% of the remainder. There's no pay over 702 in this instance. Okay, I'll do a different video to show the more complex calculations, so we don't have to worry about that right there. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this £162 away from this first and then times it by 12%. So just so we get big maths and all that right, if you remember your maths, I'm going to do open brackets. I'm going to say that cell, take away 162, close brackets. You've got a couple of choices here. You're going to multiply by the percentage. So you can either multiply by 0.12, which is the decimal equivalent of 12%, or in Google Sheets, you can just write times 12%. Okay. And there you go. It's £54, 41 pence there. So let's just zoom out a little bit so we can see a bit better. Okay, so again, up in here, you can see the formula. So B23, so it's this cell where it is there, take away the 162 times 12%, which will give us £54.41. So there's nothing over 702, so we're going to put 0 in there as well. Okay, notice this isn't formatting to look like that. It's a question I'm asked a lot. So you click on that, just go up here, you'll have a pound sign, and click on that, and it'll go to format those. So if we want to add them all up, the total weekly national insurance is all these added up. Okay, so I'm going to click in the cell on the result to go. I'm going to go over here to the add up button. Yeah, here, click sum, and then you can highlight those there. Just to highlight them, but I'm pushing enter on the keyboard. And obviously, because there was no others, it is £54.41. So annually, remember that's weekly. So we do the reverse now. We're going to say equals that times 52. £2,829.12 now. So I'm going to pop this up in here. Okay, remember I said they will copy and paste. total national insurance. So to do that, the best way is just to get the cell number. So that cell there is B31. So up here, I'm going to go up, and we're going to do equals B31. And it's there. Okay. You can see this. So say I make just a slight change on this to show how it works. On here, you go. You can see that figure is there. Okay. So we've got that working well there. So, all right, I'm looking through the wrong stuff. So we've got this here. Okay, so student loan repayment, okay? 9% of annual income above the threshold. Okay, so you'll need to find out what the student loan threshold is. So how would you go about doing that? Well, I'm just going to pop across to Google and type in student loan threshold. Okay, and we're 2017-18 tax year at the moment. Okay, I'm sorry, thresholds for 2018-2019 is what we want. So we click when that loads. Let's have a look. You'll be plan 2, so do plan student loan plan 2. Okay, so it's £21,000 the new tax year. So that is the threshold. Okay, 21,000. Here, I found that for you. So what's our annual income above that threshold? Well, there's our annual income further up here in B5. So we work it out with a formula. So equals B5 take away plus. You must use formulas. You're not going to get the marks that you want. If you're working it out in your head and then just typing it in, okay, you won't get the marks that you want. So 9% of the annual income above the threshold is your annual repayment. So equals that times 9%. Okay, just type in 9% as you see. So the annual repayment is 1,080. So monthly, that will be equals that divided by 12. So it's £90. So that's in B38. So we're going to go up here and we're going to look at putting in our student loan payment. So that's the yearly one. So we want to do the yearly one. Annual payment is there. So B37. So student loan payment equals B37. And there's that. Okay, so the next bit then, we've got our pension contribution. You can decide the amount. You notice it says 8% there. You could type 9, whatever you want to put in there. This is quite variable, so it's your choice. Okay, so all you do then is say equals, back up, B5, which is our gross salary, times the cell where you've typed it. You've got to make sure there's a percentage written on the end. So there you go. Our annual pension contribution is 2,640. So that's in B42 here. So up in there, I'm going to type equals B42. There it goes. Lastly, then we do our tax. Okay, so our taxable income is that take away your personal allowance. So we've got B5 take away B19. Okay, so equals B5 take away B19. There's our taxable income. Now we've got to check our threshold rate. So remember I opened this up earlier. Okay, so 11,851 to 46,350. So if you are not putting a salary in that's above that, you only have to worry about this 20% figure on taxable income. If you've got a higher rate salary, then anything over 46,350 is charged at 40%. Okay, but we haven't got that issue with this one. So we've got equals that times 20% or times 0.2. Here, there's no higher rate being paid. So we're going to add these two up, equals that plus that. So our total annual income tax is 4,230, and that's in B54. So equals B54 there. So our total deductions, we're going to add these four cells up. So